Hello, everybody. This is Knight, and today we're on Epic 7 doing a character review for Kluri, and she is an Earth Knight of the Aries astrology. All right, now, just her character model is perfect. All right, I mean, I'm mad that she's a 3 star, so she has 5 star quality in terms of look. All right, let's put it like that. But her skills and her kits, it could be, it leaves more to be desired. It's not up to 5 star quality just yet, but it's not bad either. So let's just go ahead and take a look into that. All right. Now, her first skill is Light Step. Strikes in the direction of the enemy, increases the combat readiness by 20%. Damage dealt increases proportional to the caster's defense. All right. So you can get that 20% combat readiness to go up to 25%, which is actually pretty nice. All right. So she speeds herself up every time she uses her skill 1. Not only that, the damage dealt increases proportional to her defense. So the more defense she has, the stronger she'll be. Her second skill, Magic Resist, recovers 5% health at the beginning of a turn. And you can enhance this up to 10% health at the beginning of a turn. That's actually not bad. Per turn, yeah. And her third skill is Fortitude, has a 75% chance to provoke and decrease defense for 2 turns. All right, now, this provoke and this decreased defense is a single target move. All right, it's not an AoE. You're not going to put this on everybody, but you can use this for one person specifically. All right, you can get it to go down on a 5-turn cooldown, and you can get up to 100% chance of landing the provoking defense. All right, now 5 turns, that is a long time, but yes, the fact that it's a provoking defense break means, okay, let's put it like this. Think strategically. You use Fortitude first. You provoke a unit and you defense break it. Then the unit's turn comes and it has to hit you. So it hits you. And if you build her with counterattack, you will use your skill 1 Light Step. You'll hit them back, dealing, the damage dealt will be increased based upon how much defense you have on her. And that unit is defense broken, so you'll deal a huge amount of damage. But not only on that, you'll also increase your combat readiness by 20% and up to a maximum of 25% off of that counter attack. So your turn just comes, it's 1/4 of your turn bar filled up just by you counter attacking somebody who hits you. All right. So that's a good combo. It adds a lot of synergy to her kit. So yeah. And then the fact that she has self-sustained by having this 5% health regen every turn, and that can go up to 10% is amazing. So every time she gets a turn, her health is just going back up. She can sustain herself. She's a good 1-on-1, a 1v1 target, or 1v1 unit, should I say, not target. But yeah. All right. Now, if you go ahead and look at her stats. All right. Now, her stats at 4 star, or 5 star, excuse me, 4,700 health and 480 defense. The health, not so great, especially for a knight. The defense is where it really hurts, and that 480 is extremely low. But she's a specialty unit, so I can see why they have it so low, because you're supposed to get her to a specialty change before she really excels. And if you look at 6 stars, it's 596, but you probably don't want to do that. Don't even worry about 6 starring her. Just get her to 5 star, then do the specialty change, and then worry about 6 star. All right. So yeah, I don't even think the 6 star stats, don't even worry about it, because she turns into a different character completely when you specialty change her. So yeah, just look at the 5 star stats. This is where you're going to be at when you're able to do your specialty change. It's extremely low. It is low, but you will be rewarded greatly if you do that specialty change. All right, now, actually, I think we can go into that. I don't know. I guess they want to do a lot of navigation. Matter of fact, I'll just go to the journal and show you. She's right next. Falconer Kluri. This is what she's going to become when you do your specialty change. This is a unit, me, myself, in particular, or particularly, I'm going to be using because I don't have an Earth Knight. So when I start going around to forming my element-based speed teams, well, not, I won't even say speed teams, but my element-based team farming teams, she's going to be on there. And she will be an Earth Knight for me to use whenever I need one, at least until I get Armin. I think that's the only unit I'll really replace her for. There could be more as far as Earth night units goes, but I don't think so. And when you get her a specialty change, they add a dispel to her moves. All right, so she has a chance of stripping them of their immunity, their barriers, the health regen, their attack buffs, defense buffs, all of that, and then provoking them and breaking their defense. All right, so that's great. Ah, so they changed the combat readiness by 5%, made it weaker. Okay, health is the same. Actually, let's go look at the 6-star stats now. Oh, I mean, the health is great. 5,900 for a knight. That's actually pretty decent. Like when you get to 6,000 and above, that's A tier health right there. All right, but she has 105 speed. I didn't see that. That's actually pretty good for a knight as well. I think Cecilia has 106 speed naturally, and she is a 5-star. Mm. Yeah, 596 defense. This is still a bit low for me personally because I like to see all my knights with over 600, but it's close enough to 600 to where it may not be a problem. I'm not 100% sure. But yeah, so that is her specialty. The changes that will happen when she's in her specialty class. All right. Now let's go back to, well, we don't need to go to Kluri. We're done with her stats and her kit. We could go back just to look at her character model, but you know. All right. Now we have artifacts. Really, with defense scaling units, all the artifacts are pretty similar. So I've been doing reviews all day on defense scaling units just because I wanted to do a review for Noble Oath, and that is the artifact that I'm going to mention. So yeah, I just been putting everything together. But anyway, Elbris Ritual Sword is a artifact that you want to use. It allows you to counterattack when you are not hit. So when any of your allies get hit, you have a chance, a 10%, but at maximum a 20% chance to counterattack them back. And that is good for her because if you use this artifact, let's say you have a single target provoke. You provoke one person, that leaves 3 other people to act freely and attack your team. And they decide to attack somebody who's not Kluri. With this card, if it activates, you can attack them. And when you attack them, your skill 1 is going to activate. And her skill 1 is going to give her combat readiness increase. So you'll be getting your turns faster. All right. It's going to seem like she is the fastest unit. I'm telling you, every time. But just because her speed is already so high in this, it's gonna make it seem like she's moving faster than you really thought possible for a knight. It really is. But all right. Now the second card, nope, or artifact. Oh my goodness, I'm just gonna have to start calling them cards because artifact's not gonna stick with me. I'm so serious. But yeah, you got Noble Oath, and this is gonna increase her defense and effect resistance. And since she's a defense scaling unit, the more defense, the better it turns into attack. And the effect resistance is good because the only thing that really harms the defense scaling unit is a defense break or just debuffs in general because they can hit you with poison. They can hit you with defense break, like I was saying. They can hit you with burn. There's just debilitating effects. So debuffs, it'll stop that. And that is one of your main weaknesses. It's debuffs and ignore defense attacking units. So you get one of them, one of your problems taken care of easily. Noble Oath. All right. Now, moving on, 4-star. We have Aureus. Increases the defense of all allies by 10% and takes 10% of the damage suffered by them. Does not overlap with an artifact providing the same effect. This goes up to takes 20% of the damage suffered by them at max level. Now, this is good because you need defense and you're building defense. This is going to give you defense, but not only you, but your whole team. And on top of that, since you have a single target provoked, there's going to be 3 other people left to go and swing. And since you can't control those 3, the best thing you can do for your team is to give them defense and take away some of the damage they're about to receive. So this is very good for Kluri. And now moving on to 3 stars. You have Prophetic Candlestick. This is going to work wonders because you got to provoke. And this is going to allow you to get your cooldowns down every time somebody hits you. It has a 20% chance of activating, and then at max level it has a 40% chance to activate. So very, very good 3-star free to play friendly artifact. Next one is Labyrinth Cube, and this is going to go hand in hand with your skill 1. 10% chance to increase the caster's combat readiness by 15% at the end of the enemy's turn. 20% chance to increase the caster's combat readiness by 15% at the end of the enemy's turn. All right, now with this and Kluri, her skill 1, if you don't have her specialty change, it's going to give you 20% combat readiness, all right? Just by you using that. And let's say you have her on counterattack set, and this is your card. She attacks somebody, gets her turn bar increased by 20%. Then whoever she attacks her. She counterattacks back, giving another 20%. That's 40%. And let's say this card activated. On top of that 40%, that's another 15%. That's 55% turn bar increase to your tank, who has a provoke, a defense break, and scales with defense, and has self-sustain. She can be doing work, all right? Doing lots and lots of work. Now, the third one is you don't really have to use this. I wouldn't recommend this. One thing that would be interesting to see actually is if the continuous Helen scales, well, not scales, but works alongside of her her health regen every turn. So if it does, this card will be extremely great for her sustainability. I mean, extremely great. It'll be hard because they would literally have to try to 100 to 0 her. That means they would have to have have to be like a 4v1, 3v1. You know, some real hardcore jumping going on. But yes, this is Forest Totem. This is I didn't want to exit off the list because it's still a great card. But if it actually can work with her health regen, it's gonna be solidified as a staple for her. All right, let's just put it like that. But you don't really her healing isn't the greatest, so using Forest Totem is not going to be too much. It's not going to be an overdue. It's going to increase or enhance how much she can actually do. But that's if it actually procs. So, I'm thinking I might just go ahead and try to see if it procs, but at the same time, I'm not 100% sure. It could take some time, and I don't know how much battery I have left. Yeah, we're just gonna call it here. I'll probably do that next time because I had somebody who was commenting on my video and they wanted me to start showcasing units. So I'm gonna actually save that for when I showcase Kluri. And I'm just gonna end the review now. But before I do end it, I gotta go back and look at the character model. You know how it goes. All right, you gotta enjoy the artistry of the creators, and they did a good job on Kluri as far as visuals go. Her kid, on the other hand, like I was saying earlier, leaves a little bit to be desired. Just a little bit. All right, now this has been an overview on Kluri, the Earth Knight of the Aries astrology, and I am Knight, and I am out. I will see you guys later.